There has been a significant increase in income inequality since the 1970s. This isn't just a UK thing, it's happened worldwide. It's a global phenomenon. Why is this happening? Well, we have to ask, what is the prevailing economic system? Is it not a model which tends to support privatisation, deregulation and austerity? Budget cuts, wage cuts, lowering of corporate taxes. Yeah, have we not seen the freeing, if you like, of certain economic activities from political control, from democratic oversight? Capital flows around the world very easily in the modern era, and it's easy for transnational companies, multinational corporations, to maximize profits by operating in countries with very generously low tax rates for corporations and limited regulations, and in practice a less than commendable regard for workers' rights, sometimes no regard at all. Money makes the world go round, if you'll excuse the cliche. The wisdom of the ruling classes in many countries says that central banks should be independent. You can make the argument that monetary policy is best left in the hands of, air quotes, financial experts instead of meddling politicians. You can do that speech and make it sound like common sense. Yeah, it's a technical matter. You needn't be concerned with it, dear boy. Yet, I am concerned. It concerns me greatly, in fact, that hugely important areas of our economy have been ring-fenced off, in effect, from democratic oversight. The glaring problem with arguing that central banks should be independent from our democratic institutions is simply this: monetary policy is inherently political. What is the prime goal of monetary policy? To keep inflation low? To maximize employment? To favour financial elites, perhaps? If the central banks are not subject to, not accountable to the will of the people, who are they answering to? They're subject to global markets, subject to the flows of global capital. This isn't working out so well for working people around the world. The truth being that those who do set monetary policy may well have different economic priorities to those who live on wages, labourers, you and me. The World Bank, the IMF, G7, the G20, institutions controlled by the wealthier parts of the world in the interests of the wealthy. Such institutions are inherently undemocratic. And there are other such bodies on the rise. Capital is well represented. Labour, not so much. Not all countries are playing the same game, but this rich man's rule, corporate playground, corporate capitalism, let's call it what it is, this is the dominant model hierarchical system. Yeah. Why have corporate tax rates been falling for the last 3-4 decades? The system forces countries to compete with each other for foreign investment. Naturally, companies are seeking favourable conditions such as lower taxes, but also less regulation, less workers' rights. Countries looking to maximize investments and companies looking to maximize profits have a common enemy in strong trade unions and strong bodies that stand up for workers' rights. Such bodies have to be weakened. Yeah. So competition has been driving down corporate tax rates. Countries have to make up their tax burden somewhere. Small and medium-sized businesses have to make up the shortfall in reality. Because of the current global financial system, we, people all over the world, live in countries where rollbacks and restructuring are the norm. And when conservative governments are in power, welfare cuts are the norm. Summing it up, what does this gas bag think should be done? Well, domestically, we need stronger workers' unions. They have been weakened over the years. They need to be built up and re-strengthened, yeah. And of course, tax reforms with the aim of reducing inequality are required. And how about democratizing the economy, bringing financial institutions under democratic control? And on the world stage, you know what I think if you've been watching this channel over the years. I'm advocating for democratic world government, social democracy on a planetary scale. Link below, by the way, to cast your vote in the global referendum on world democracy. Yeah. Thanks for watching, folks. Take care.